look, you're either making a choice. If you carry on investing in fossil fuel companies, you're kind of backing a failed transition, because the fossil fuel companies might be worth investing in on a purely financial basis. If you think that we're going to blow through 2050, we're still going to be pushing out loads of carbon through fossil fuels, then, sure, you might make more money that way. But if we want and believe in a net zero, a carbon-free economy by 2050, then we really need to put our investment into getting there. And if we do get there, then that's going to make fossil fuel companies a terrible investment. So the principle of that argument was really, don't divest on moral grounds, divest because you want to put the money into the transition to carbon-free technologies. And if it's successful, then you'll make a lot of money, and a lot of value will be destroyed in fossil fuel companies, and you'll have a sustainable future for you and future generations. Now, you asked about the other side of the equation, and there are some reasonable arguments, one of which is that we are going to need fossil fuels for some time to come, one of which is that it would be socially unjust to turn off fossil fuels straight away. That's a point which I think is true, but it's not dependent on this argument. The third one is that if everyone who believes in sustainability divests from fossil fuel companies, then the only people left to own them are people who don't care about the environment, and so what motivation will they have to change? I mean, I still think they'll have motivation to change, because eventually there will be no fossil fuels being used. But it's also partly because of my own belief, and I may be wrong, that very few of the big fossil fuel companies today are going to make that transition. I think they will disappear. There may be one or two in the market who are totally committed to a green future and will make it there. And I think it's not unreasonable to make exceptions. So I would divest from fossil fuels unless you really believe a company has a strategy and the resources and the people to make that transition rapidly. But I think they should be very transparent about saying, yes, we are investing in Ørsted or BP or whoever it may be, and this is why we believe they're making that transition. So I think when you make yourself transparent in that way, you make yourself accountable, and you can be challenged on the decisions you've made. And I think that's something else that needs to be brought into the investment and capital market chain, because that accountability requires people to do a better job.